What's up, guys? It's Phatern, and I'm bringing you the first Phatern critique. Yes, the first one I've ever done. I'm in the process of recording a couple other gameplays, but this is the first one, and it's from Nickbossman. So, congratulations, Nickbossman. You are the first boss, the first man, also the first Nick, and first person to have their gameplay legit critiqued by me, Phatern. So, if all of you can't tell, this is a domination gameplay on Carbon. He's got the PP90 with extended mags and a silencer, and I believe, well, he's definitely running Specialist, but I believe he's running Sleight of Hand, Hardline, and I'm guessing Steady Aim because you hip fire a lot. And what I mean by a lot, like pretty much 95% of your kills are hip fire kills. So, first off, I like to say the Specialist package works well for you. Your playstyle is kind of similar to mine. You use the same sort of perk setup that I do. Usually I think I run Scavenger first, Scavenger, Hardline, and either Steady Aim or Sit Rep or whatever. It depends on the weapon that I have. That's usually what I run. But I always run Assassin first, so good for you on that. Also running Scavenger because you're going to run out of bullets. Definitely if you're trying to go for a M.O.A.B, you need Scavenger. And then Quick Draw can help, but it's not usually a perk that I would pick until later on. It's good for throwing nades and aiming down sights quicker, but you don't really need to aim down sights. So I don't know why you necessarily have Quick Draw. You know, maybe you have it because in case you aim down sights, but you really don't here. And you also have the dually FMG9s in the backside, but when you have, excuse me, Sleight of Hand, you switch out to those faster. You don't need really to do that. So you're doing pretty well here, I'd say. I like this gameplay for the most part. We'll talk about the rest of it as it comes. But I like the way you move around the map, especially since you're trying to get a M.O.A.B. I can tell that you're trying to stay away from your teammates because your teammates are, they're shooting their unsilenced weapons and all over the place on the map. And when you get near your teammates is when you get in trouble. I've always said that when you're playing Domination, Team Deathmatch, anything that stay near the objective, or if you're trying to stay near it, you always want to flank around the backside. And right there, you got a 4-piece. You got quite a few triple kills, or at least like three-person feeds throughout this match, which is kind of crazy. I was jealous that I don't really get those that often, but you were getting them like a boss, because I mean, your name is Nickbossman. So again, I like the way that you move around the map. Right here, I think you're kind of stuck with what you could do. You wanted to get up into their spawn and get some kills, but your team's just sitting there and clogging up that whole barn area, or whatever you want to call that building. And it wasn't looking good. And then they take A, so you head down that way, which is good, but your teammates are also doing the same thing. And you guys are falling for a crucial mistake, or a thing that I see to happen more and more often in Call of Duty, and that is when you have two flags. So you guys had A and B, obviously. The other team likes to, magically spawn on the other side and take A. And I guess you did a good job of not losing B, but for the most part, what happens is they'll switch, and they'll take A, and you guys will take C, but then they'll also somehow manage to take the B flag too, or they'll take a second flag, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, you're the ones getting double capped. So you did a good job of holding on to B, but you didn't cap C. And that's a little, not like alarming to me, that's a little off-putting to me because I'm someone who likes to see people win games as you do well. So you do really well of, just like spraying these kids down and shooting them in the face and kicking their ass. Don't get me wrong, you're a pretty good slayer. You lay these kids out, you got the PP90 with extended mags, which I think is a good idea. Again, another 3-piece, like Jesus, like you just throw those things out there and you're like, alright, come here, I want 3 kills, give them to me now. But yeah, not playing the objective can kind of hurt you a little bit, I believe, and it does come back to kind of haunt you and bite you in the ass at the end of the game. Well, I say a lot of fatter and you're dumb, but to be honest, this is probably, out of the gameplays I was looking at, this was definitely one of your better, more rushing gameplays, and I really, really liked it. And here you're about to go on your streak, but again, you guys are camping on C over here, or not camping, but you guys are holding it down, and they just took A, and you kind of just walk around. I mean, right there, you got kind of lucky the guy was on B, so it was good to move in that direction, but I think you really need to focus on playing the objective more, and you do come over here and take the C flag. Great job. This allows you to know that they're camped on A, or they're stuck at A. So I really like to see you, hold it down, maybe rush in there and get out before they happen to spawn on the other side, or you know, go in there and see how long it takes you to flip the spawns, and then, you know, you just run back to see it and say, give me my flag back, you noobs, and take it back. But here's a good, I like this part right here, you know, you get to a point where you can still see them coming out of that tunnel, but you get on the ground so you're safe. And you put your radar down finally. I was thinking of that through most of the game, that you have your radar, but you weren't really using it, the portable radar. And I would definitely suggest using something that you're going to use a lot. And what I do for my specialist streaks and MOABs and whatnot is I like to run flash grenades, and I have Recon Pro. So what I do is whenever I spawn, if I have Recon as my first perk, I'll throw them out there to get, you know, get everyone on the map, so then everyone can see where everyone on the other team is. And either I will get a couple kills off it, or I'll get a couple assists out of it, so that's always a positive. And if not, if I just have Recon Pro in general, I will wait until I get my special streak, and then I will throw out my grenades. And this part right here, I watched this gameplay earlier, I was a little worried. This is part of that circumstantial Call of Duty. That guy's in that corner behind you, and you did not see him. If that guy wasn't AFK or decided he had a brain and wanted to kill you, your M.O.A.B streak would have been done, sir. So, not really your fault. This is kind of one of those things that just happens. Another, check you out, another triple feed craziness. You got to be more aware. Like I said, granted, those things happen. That's how my M.O.A.B streaks usually get ruined. There's some camper in a corner, and it's like, I've been trying to get shotgun M.O.A.Bs for the last couple days, but it's just not working. So, at this point, you guys have the M.O.A.B, or your friend got a M.O.A.B, or your teammate, whatever, got a M.O.A.B, and now you're still on your streak. Great, you know, you're trying to defend the flag, or at least, like, you know, hold them off, and now you have one flag, so at least you know where you'll potentially be spawning. And there you go, there's your M.O.A.B. Look at you, check you out. Now, this is the part of the gameplay that I have a little trouble figuring out how I really feel about it. You've got the M.O.A.B, your teammate just got a M.O.A.B, so you guys are obviously pounding these kids into the ground. And I know you want to continue your kill streak, but it doesn't look as impressive if you don't capture flags and you don't win the game. And here's why. Looking at your score at the end of the game, you guys will all get to see it. You got a really good score. I think you finished this game 60-10, so great job, excellent score. It doesn't look that good when you are just whoring kills off the other team and you still lose the game. Granted, obviously, you guys are better than these guys. You beat the shit out of them. You literally, like, I think everyone on their team had 40+ deaths. So I'm not knocking you for saying you're not good or anything like that. But you really got to focus on the objective sometimes. And that's something, maybe that's just my own personal preference, but that's what I'd like to see out of it. When I get a M.O.A.B, I feel like shit if I get a M.O.A.B and then we don't win the game. Like right here, you're trying to hold down your streak, yet they just caught A and there's only one guy on C, and then you run back and get killed, which is fine. Like, you get a double kill, you know, you're obviously trying to, you know, slay people out here, but it's not helping the team. You guys are going to lose, and for the most part, it's just like, I guess pub stomping is fun. Maybe this is just my own personal thing. I know I have friends that like to get a lot of kills, a lot of kill streaks, and it's fun to just get a ton of kills, but it kind of feels empty when you don't win. It's literally like, I don't know, shooting birds that have weights attached to their legs and they can't fly. It just doesn't feel right. It feels dirty. Like I said, it's like playing against third graders in basketball when you're a 12th grader. Unless the third grader is, I don't know, a shrunken Dwight Howard and a shrunken LeBron James, and they can still dunk on you. But other than that, it just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel right. It's like you're going to a racetrack and everyone else can only go 50 miles an hour, but you're allowed to go 90, and I don't know, you still lose. That was a terrible analogy. I don't know. It's like people are playing basketball and you are trying to kill them. Like, literally, your objective is to kill them. So they're like, you know, they're going up to shoot the ball and you're just coming out and punching them in the face. They're actually trying to play the game, and you're not really playing domination. You're playing more of a team deathmatch, a Slayer objective. But like I said, you know what? If that's your style, that's your style. Run it. For me, it loses points for me. Like right there, you could have easily hopped onto that flag, and I think it was at this point where it's pretty much the game was over. If you had hopped on that flag and capped it earlier, I think you guys might have stood a chance, but you didn't. And so now, right now, they need 25 points. You need 50. So at this rate, you guys would lose 200 to 98. But you just don't cap the flags. Like, if you had a chance, you probably could have capped C, you know, triple capped them real quick and won the game, and it would have looked really impressive that you guys stomped them out, you won the game. But other than that, it was just like, you know, you got a bunch of kills, and yeah, you kill horde off of people that were trying to do something else. So, like I said, that's just my playstyle. I would like to see more of that. I think it also makes you a better player, and I think you would see that too. You would be able to get a ton of kills while holding down the flags, get a ton of points, you level up way faster, and it just feels better to know that you're winning the game unless, you know, you're out just for kill horn, then, you know, go about your day, blah-de-da-de-da. I like to skip and put M.O.A.Bs down your throats, la-da-da-da-da-da. I can imagine that's probably what you sound like when you play. You're like, oh, la, dee, oh, oh, oh. So, the game is wrapping up here. Like I said, your final score is 60-10. I think your second teammate, or one of your teammates gets a second M.O.A.B real soon here, which is cool, but again, you know, 2 M.O.A.Bs doesn't really mean anything when you lose the game. Really, just kill horn doesn't do anything. It's not impressive, at least to me. But I do like your style. I like your gameplay. You're definitely a really good player. I can see that in the way that you move around the map, the way that you can obviously drop shot. You use cover like you did there to get those 2 kills. So keep it up. You know, if you get another gameplay, let me know. I'd like to see more rushing like this because you obviously have the skills to do it. And if you win the games, like this would be a sick game. If you'd won this game, I would have been extremely impressed that you guys won the game. You dropped a M.O.A.B. Your teammate dropped 2 M.O.A.Bs. I probably would have been clapping. I would have been like doing a slow clap, you know, well done, sir. But let's focus on that objective a little more. Keep killing the shit out of your teammates, or not, well, yeah, kill your teammates too, because that's always fun. And keep up the good work, dude. So I hope everyone enjoyed this gameplay. Leave a like. Don't dislike it. Just leave a like. Let me know what you thought, and maybe we can learn from some of you guys too in the comments. It's Phatern. Peace.